Hey everybody, it is Erica, and this is Batty Chatty. Doing the live feed today. Hey everybody, just waiting for some people to get on. Hey there. Hey Brian. Hey, there's some people. So, today you get me all to yourself. There's no Darren today. So, I'm going to need you guys to help me out. So, how's everybody doing? Hey. Let's see here, get my little tripod thing going here. Hey everybody. So, what I was thinking we would do, top 10 things you look for in a horror movie. So I was thinking about that the other day and I was like, well, there's always, there's definitely things that draw me and, oh yeah, I want to see that movie. I mean, it's any movie really, but horror, everything's a horror movies. But, so, hey everybody. This feels really weird not having Darren up here in the little corner. Anyway. Hey. So I wrote down some things, but I wanted you guys to holler out different things that you guys also look for when you're gonna see a movie, horror movie. Hey there. So, first one I put was plot. You watch the trailer or whatever and it's like, oh, that looks good. So the plot looks good. So that a lot of times will draw me in. Hey there, Journey. And the next one I wrote down would be actors and actresses. If I see, one of my favorite actors or actresses is in a new horror movie, I'm like, oh my God, I gotta see that. So I put that down. And then of course, director, one of your favorite directors. God, this is so weird, me being by myself. I'm not by myself, I have you guys, but yes, I also had that too, Brian. The trailer. If the trailer looks really good, it's like, oh, I've got to see that. I also wrote down title. Sometimes the title really grabs me, like, oh, what's that about? Some crazy title or whatever. There's also, movie posters. I love movie posters. If they've got cool, you go to the movies and then you're in the hallway on the way out and you see all these really cool movie posters, and I'm always like checking them out. If a new movie has a really cool poster, it can totally get me. Characters. If one of my favorite characters is in a new movie, like the new Halloween movie, yeah, I think I'm doing that right now for Rissa. Like the new Halloween movie that's coming out. Michael Myers is my favorite, so of course I've got to go see that new movie. A lot of times location, I like movies that are set in, say, Louisiana or, or Southern California where I live, or, different certain like locations would totally that can totally like draw me in. Anytime a movie's well written, obviously, but you don't always know that until you see it. You typically like to watch horror films whose plot is vastly different from others. That's what you know, I like to watch really different movies too. You know, I mean, I like cookie cutter ones too, but if there's something that's totally different and it's just like kind of crazy different, I like that. Let's see here, what else? Oh, ratings. Sometimes ratings, like, you know, you see a trailer to a new movie and you're like, oh, I want to see that, and it's PG-13. Some people are like, but if it's R, they're like, oh yeah, I want to see that. You know, so sometimes what it's rated can also be a factor. Anybody else? My list's done, so shout them out. You prefer movies that are head trips with not much blood and gore. The Mist. Yeah, no, I don't have to have a bunch of blood and gore in my stuff. I like it, but it doesn't have to be there. And I actually prefer suspense over just gore fest. But I mean, believe me, I do like gory movies too. Well, that's all I wrote down because I wanted you guys to say some. Yeah, no, I wrote down 10 and I was like, well, the plus can be you guys. You guys have to forgive me. I've had a migraine all morning or all day. So if I look a little out of sorts or tired, there's a good reason why. As long as clowns aren't involved. Yeah, you know, clowns aren't really my favorite either. I can take them or leave them. I actually really like Captain Spaulding and Twisty. And I like it. But just your regular creepy, crazy clowns, they do creep me out. Anybody else? Or just everybody wants to talk about Wes Craven? Hey. How about who wrote the movie? Yes, that could totally be a factor. Here, I'll write that down. Written by. Yeah, because there's lots of movies that are written. I'm a Quentin Tarantino fan. I know a lot of people don't like him, but I like his movies. And there's a lot of movies that are written by him that aren't actually directed by him, or you know, co-written or whatever. And I usually really like those too. Or if it's off of, yes, that too. If it's based off a true story, that can totally draw me in. And I like a little storyline as well. Just cutting up bodies to cut up bodies can be fun. It can be fun, but you know, I like a little story. Rob Zombie films. We'll do Rob Zombie films another day. We're finishing Wes Craven's list. Or are you saying if it's a Rob Zombie film, you're seeing it? Because if it's a Rob Zombie film, that'll draw me in. wonder why they don't make scary movies hardly anymore. It's always about teens or the internet or demonic possession. Yeah, they have gone on a little tangent that way, haven't they? If it's a horror, I like horror comedy. Horror comedy is totally fun. You know, and it's funny because it seems like people either really like horror comedy or really don't like comedy in their horror. I like it though. I think it's fun. Oh. Storyline or not, I go either way. Yeah. Well, I think we got a few. How about Wes Craven doing a movie dealing with Native American witchcraft on the reservation? Did he do one like that? Serpent the Rainbow is probably my... Yeah, let's switch over to the Wes Craven movies. Hey there. Hi, Danny. Last week we started the list. Let's see here. Let me move my little tripod here so I don't look like I'm not looking at you guys when I'm looking at my computer, because my list's on my computer. Let's see here. Last week we went from 71 all the way to 96. We left off at Scream, which we can revisit Scream again if you like. I know a lot of people love that movie. I love Scream. We're going in order of when they were made, just so it's easy to do. I loved Scream. I loved all the characters. I thought it was interesting. I thought it was fun. I thought it was funny. I thought it was scary. It had great characters. I think I already said that. But, you know, the opening scene was awesome. The twist at the end was awesome. I mean, just everything about it. And it made people go, oh yeah, horror movies. I like those. You know, there was obviously the diehard horror fans, but they, you know, a lot of newer horror fans weren't horror fans yet. And I think Scream really helped bring that back to the forefront. So in 97, they did Scream 2, which I think was an excellent sequel. And there's so many huge stars now that were in that movie then, and it's crazy. I'm just like, oh my god, you know, because I watch it fairly often, but it had probably been a little while, and it was on last week quite a few times. So I think I watched it quite a few times. And I don't want to butcher his last name, but Timothy Olyphant, I think is his last name. I love him, and he's in it, and I'm just like, oh, I totally forgot he was in that. And you know, I mean, just everything. Anyway, so you like all the Scream? I love them all too. There's people that love them all, and there's some people that, you know, say that the fourth one is not that good. I like them all. I enjoy them all. The first two are my favorite, though. Let's see here. So, still in 1997, Wishmaster came out, and he was just an executive producer on that, but I still think it deems being mentioned because he was involved in the project. Let's see here. You know, I never watched this. I never watched the series. I meant to, and I just didn't. Let's see here. All right, so then we go 1998, which is Don't Look Down. And he was an editor. He was an editor and an executive producer for that. And Carnival of Souls, same year. He was also, same thing, editor and executive producer. I've not seen either one of those. Let's see here. So let's see here. Skip to 1999, or not skip, but just continue. And then we've got Music of the Heart, which I don't think I've seen that either. And he was the director of that. And then in 2000, let's see here. It was awesome. I love the series as well as all of his movies. I also love horror. Yes, I love horror too. I've not seen the series, and it just got away from me. And then all of a sudden it was already started, and I don't really have any streaming sites yet. I'm going to get some, but you know, I didn't want to watch it on a pirate site, because you know, I just didn't want to do that. So I'll get around to seeing it. So then in 2000, Scream 3 came out, which I really, really liked. As I've already said. So would you rather be the Scream Queen or the serial killer or a scary monster? I think I'd rather be the serial killer. To tell you the truth. So I really liked how, you know, they had almost every, you know, doubles of all the characters because they were doing the movie. And I just think I thought that was really a cool thing. So also in 2000 is Dracula 2000. Now, I really liked that movie. Is anybody else a fan of Dracula 2000? Because I don't think it gets very much praise, but I thought it was really good. Yeah, see, I like it too. Sorry, I'm yawning. I didn't mean to yawn. I know it's catchy. Yeah, no, I really liked Dracula 2000 for some reason. And, you know, I mean, who doesn't like Gerard Butler as Dracula? You know? I mean, come on now. But let's see here. Then in 2001, he just played himself in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. He's just a cameo. See, it's listing everything he's been into. So let's see here. And then in 2002, he was a executive producer for They. Now, don't shoot me. I have not seen They. Anybody else a fan of They? I've not seen that one. Every once in a while I see it on the movie channels and stuff, and I always end up watching something else. I don't know. I need to watch it though. You know, I'll see like an older favorite of mine, and I'll go, oh no, I want to watch this other movie, or oh, The Thing's on. No, I'm gonna watch The Thing. It just happens that way. If The Thing's on, it usually wins no matter what. All right, let's see here. And then in 2003 was Dracula 2 Ascension. Now, I already mentioned how much I loved Dracula 2000, but I have to say Dracula 2 Ascension was not as good, I didn't think. I still liked it, and I've watched it many times, but I didn't like it as much. I mean, it was pretty good, but it wasn't that great. Anybody else seen it? Didn't love that one. Yeah, see, I didn't love that one. I loved Dracula 2000. I didn't love Dracula 2 Ascension. It had some good actors in it. I went into it wanting to love it, and I just didn't. But it wasn't terrible, and like I said, I've watched it several times. All right, let's see here. And then there's been in some documentaries, The Cutting Edge of Magic of Movie Editing, The 100 Scariest Movie Moments. Those are from 2004. He was just interviewed as himself. He didn't make those. And then we go to Dracula 3 Legacy. Now, dare I say, I didn't like that one at all. And I love vampire movies, and I love Wes Craven, but that one fell way short for me. But you know, he didn't direct it. He was just an executive producer, so that probably has a lot to do with it. Oh, thank you. I'm barely here. I had a headache all morning, so you guys are lucky I'm even here. My vision finally cleared. You haven't seen part 3, Brian? Don't rush out to get it. It's not that great. It's not horrible, but it's not that great. Let's see here. Then we go to 2005, which this movie I love, Cursed. I think Cursed is an awesome werewolf movie. I think it's fun. I think it's funny. I love Christina Ricci. I love everything about Cursed, really. I watch it all the time. Yeah, no, I hadn't been online until just before going live, so I couldn't let you guys down. I had to come and say hello and do our little list here. So yeah, I loved Cursed. Fuck Dracula 3. Yeah, it wasn't that great. It wasn't that great. But Cursed was awesome. And, you know, I've heard some people don't like that one very much, but I think it was great. You have the best. Oh, thank you. Yeah, they're super deep. Let's see here. Oh. Then we've got, in 2005, we have Feast, which he was just an executive producer on that. Now, I love Feast. Feast is fun. It's gory. It's ridiculous, but it's kind of scary and it's gross. And I loved Feast, and I had no idea Wes Craven was one of the executive producers on it. So that was learn something new every day. Oh, thank you, Andy. I'm trying. It's very weird with no Darren, but I think I'm doing it. Feast was honestly good for what it was. The monster scenes were outrageous. Yeah, no, it was outrageous and it was silly, but it was crazy. And but you know, I mean, I'm a fan of all of the Sci-Fi Channel movies too that are just crazy, you know, lava lantulas and all of that. I'll watch all of those and I think they're great. So yeah. I'm not expecting masterpieces. I just want to laugh and be entertained for those. All right, let's see here. And then, still 2005, let's see, Beast. You know, I've not seen any of them except the first one. Yes, I even like Sharknado. Yeah, no, I've not seen any of them but the first one, and I really want to. I just haven't yet. Let's see here. So the next one is Red Eye. Red Eye. 2005 American psychological thriller, film directed by Wes Craven and written by Carl Ellsworth, based on the story by Ellsworth. The film follows a hotel manager ensnared in an assassination plot by terrorists while aboard a red-eye flight to Miami. I've not seen that one. What are your thoughts on Nightbreed becoming a sci-fi series? I love Nightbreed, and I would watch it, and I'm sure I would be disappointed, but I would watch it. What's in the keg? Iced tea. Iced tea is in the keg. Iced tea is always in the keg. 72 ounces of caffeine right here. And I have it going 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. So yeah, I would watch that, but I don't know that I would like it. All right, let's see here. What's next? We've got, okay, he was a writer for the next one. Are we still, we're still in 2005. No, we're in 2006 now. Pulse. He was a writer for this movie. Pulse. Have I seen Pulse? An American horror film written by Wes Craven and Ray Wright and directed by, I'm going to butcher his last name, so I just won't say it. It's a remake of is another name I will totally butcher if I try to say. Kurosawa? I don't know. Japanese horror of film Kario. The film stars Kristen Bell and Ian Somerhalder. I better watch that. I've not seen that one. Has anybody seen Pulse? Tell me if it's good. The cast sounds good. Anytime I can watch a movie with Ian is a good movie. Let's see here. Then we're still in 2006. It's good. You know, I need to see it now. All right, we're still in 2006, and he's just an executive producer, but this is the Hills Have Eyes remake. This has to be, you know, it's a shot-for-shot remake, but I have to say that it probably is one of the best remakes I've ever seen. It's so good. I really, really, really like The Hills Have Eyes from 2006. And it just, the original just didn't, I don't know, it just didn't age well. I mean, it's still really good, but it just, the cannibals look hokey instead of scary, and I mean, except for Berryman, the cannibals look hokey instead of scary. You know, so I really, really love The Hills Have Eyes remake. Let's see here. But you know, I'm not a hater of remakes either. You know, if it's a really good movie, I don't care that it was already made before. I mean, I don't know. I'll watch them all. I'll watch them all. Yeah, I mean, I could probably list 15 to 20 remakes that I love. Not taking anything away from the original source material or whatever, but, you know, just that I love them. And maybe half of those I like better than the originals. So it's really crazy. All right, let's see here. What is next? We're still in 2006, and it's The Breed. The Breed is a 2006 horror film, and it's was released in May at the Cannes Film Festival. Doesn't really say anything about the plot or anything. So I have not seen The Breed, and that he was just a executive producer. Erica will watch anything. I will watch anything, and I will watch anything more than once, actually, except for Paranormal Activity. I will not watch that more than once. I actually think it sucked brain cells out of my head. I can't do it anymore. And I have not seen Human Centipede. I have not gone there. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. But, you know, let's see here. Remakes are made so each generation can relate. No, and I agree with that too. And you have to, you know, can you imagine a 20-year-old kid watching some movie that has no cell phones and no technology at all, and they're like, what? No computers or anything like that. I mean, they'd literally be like, what am I watching? I mean, they just would not be able to relate. And I get that. So, I mean, I like updated versions. I don't like that movie either. Haven't watched them. You know, I've not seen, Human Centipede. I've not seen Cannibal Holocaust, and mainly I haven't seen that because I don't I don't want to watch animals being hurt when I know that they're really hurt. I mean, I don't want to watch animals being hurt when it's fake being hurt. But I really don't want to watch anything that has an animal that's really hurt, and I'm way too sensitive for that. Animals I love animals, so I can't do it. And I heard that there is a animal friendly version, but I'm not a big found footage fan either, so I'm like, why bother? So I just haven't. You forced yourself through some insanely low budget bullshit. Yeah, you know, a lot of times I'll put on crazy low budget stuff just kind of for background stuff, because I'm almost always on my computer anyway, so which is another reason why I watch movies so many times, because if I'm not completely paying attention, I have to see it several times before I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, it's mostly because, you know, I look up and look down, look up, down. So, let's see here. I think the hardest to watch was either the editor or the reanimator. I don't think I've seen the editor, and it's been so long since I've watched the reanimator. Really, really long time. All right, let's see here. Now I don't speak French, so I don't know how to say this. It's Paris, je t'aime? Je t'aime? Paris, je t'aime, I think, is what it. And it's saying, and he was the director, the writer, and he also played the vampire victim. Let's see here. It's an 2006 anthology film starring an ensemble cast of actors of various nationalities. The 2-hour film consists of 18 short films set in different arrondissements. I don't know. The 22 directors include, then they list a whole bunch of directors. My eyes are still kind of playing tricks on me, so sorry about that. But yeah, I'd never even heard of that. Never even heard of that before. So that's interesting. Then we have 2007's The Hills Have Eyes 2. Now, as much as I rave about The Hills Have Eyes remake, The Hills Have Eyes 2 left me just kind of going, really? After you did such a good one, you guys did this to follow that up? It just was not that great. And I'm really, really, really easy on movies. But yeah, it just was not that great. But I've watched it several times. Dude from Frighteners, just really young. Yeah, he was really young in that movie. All right, let's see here. So let's move on to 2000. We're still in 2007. The Tripper. Now, The Tripper is a 2006 comedy horror slasher film, and it was directed by David Arquette, and it stars Jamie King, Thomas Jane, and Lucas Haas. And Wes Craven was just a top hat wearing hippie. It was just a cameo, so that I'd never ever heard of that before. So that makes me want to. I had no idea David Arquette had directed anything. That's kind of cool. I guess I never investigated to see, but that's pretty cool. Hey Let's see here. Then we're on to 2008. Jason Mewes is in that one. I like Jason Mewes too. They didn't up the ante in The Hills Have Eyes too. No, they didn't. Didn't he do Eight-Legged Freaks too? I know he starred in Eight-Legged Freaks, but I didn't know if he directed it or not. He might have. Let's see here. So then, let's see here. Diary of the Dead. Diary of the Dead is a Romero film, obviously, but Wes was the radio voice. So he did a cameo. He was the radio voice. In Diary of the Dead, that's Wes Craven's voice. Let's see here. Then we've got 2009, Last House on the Left, the remake. He was just an executive producer. Now, I really loved the Last House on the Left remake as well. The original was difficult for me to watch for some reason. It just was. And I know that, rape scenes and stuff, they don't normally bother me. But it was just really difficult for me to watch that first one. And I watched both of those movies. I had not seen the original one until this year. So I watched them basically back to back. And I really, really preferred the 2009. Let's see here. Scary Jerry was there. Hey there. Let's see here. Anybody else like that remake? You like that one, Brian? I really liked it. I felt like I got better revenge from it. Because I really like revenge movies. So, all the I Spit on Your Graves and, all the newer I Spit on Your Graves. I'm not a fan of the original. Basically for the same reason. She didn't get good enough revenge on. Like, in the newer ones, she got some major revenge, and it really, as difficult as maybe the first beginning part was to watch, you really, really were like, yeah, kill him. So, yeah, I like revenge movies. American Mary, all of those kind of movies, I think they're great. Let's see here. Thor was in it. Thor was in what? Oops. God damn it. Oh, you couldn't even watch I Spit on Your Grave? I can't really watch the original one. I can't really watch the original one. I like the newer ones, but I can't really do the original one. Let's see here. So, we are her in that tunnel eating the rats for 20 minutes. I don't remember her eating rats for 20 minutes. Maybe I missed that part. I don't know. All right. Let's see here. So, on to 2010. And, this movie I really like. And, it doesn't get talked about that much. And when it is talked about, I don't feel like it's given enough credit. I think it's really underrated. It is My Soul to Take. We are talking about Wes Craven's movies. We were just kind of going in chronological order. We're almost at the end of his career, because he didn't do anything after 2015. But we're in 2010. In My Soul to Take. She was in the tunnel for a minute, it seemed like. Excuse me. All right. Yeah, I don't remember the rat. All right. So anybody else like My Soul to Take? I thought it was really fun and kind of dark. You know, I mean, it had like a really dark thing about it, and I really liked that. Like losing my voice or something. Not good. Anyway, I really liked all of the actors and actresses in it. You know, all of you guys that liked Bates Motel. Norman's older brother, Dylan. He was in My Soul to Take. Yeah, and there was, he was the main character. There was a whole bunch of other ones. Let's see here. American slasher film written and directed by Wes Craven in his first film since 94's Wes Craven's New Nightmare that he wrote, produced, and directed. Film stars Max Therot as the protagonist, Adam Bug. Let's see here, and then it doesn't. I don't know why it won't scroll. It won't scroll. So I can't read the rest. But if you haven't seen it, go see it. Get it, see it, stream it, do whatever you're gonna do. I think it's fun. And they do, play it on, different channels and stuff a lot. I think I've even seen it on the Sci-Fi Channel. Yeah. Or maybe that was Chiller. When we still had Chiller. Oh, I miss Chiller. I miss that channel so much. I used to watch it all the time. So bummed that they went out of business. Let's see here. What is this? A feed isn't a feed without Erica's cough. Yeah. I know. I cough too much. I need to stop smoking. Anyway. Right? Chiller was so awesome, and it's just a bummer. It's and it went off a bunch of other channels before DirecTV got rid of it, or before they went out of business. But DirecTV had it for a really long time, and that's what I have. So, different, Spectrum or other different services were like, oh yeah, you're not going to have your Chiller anymore. And I was just like, oh, thank God I still have it. But, it went. All right, so after My Soul to Take in 2010, which if you haven't seen it, watch it. I think it's pretty good. Is 2011's Scream 4. And I liked this one. It's a fourth effort, so of course, anytime you get into the fourth sequel, it's kind of like maybe not quite as good, but I think the Scream franchise was consistently good. How do you wave? Hi. I don't know. I poked the thing when I saw that you were watching, Tony, so that was waving to you, supposedly. I don't know if it waves to you guys or not. I try to poke everybody when if I see a little thing and it says wave at them, I always poke everybody's wave. So I'm waving at you guys. But, you know, I thought the cast of Scream 4 was great. I would really, really love a Scream 5, except we lost Wes. And without Wes, it's just kind of like, probably don't go there. But I liked the direction they took it in. I liked, but, you know, I really like Roberts. What's her first name? Emma? What's her first name? I really like her, so somebody can tell me. I know. She plays a really great bitch, but, you know. So, let's see here. So that was Scream. And Emma Roberts. Yeah, I thought it was Emma. I mean, I know it's Eric Roberts' daughter. So, so I never forget her last name, but there's so many people named Emma. Sometimes I'm like, wait, is it Emmy? Is it Emma? Is it... There's so many. Let's see here. In 2013, he was in a couple episodes. He was in an episode of Castle, and he played himself in the episode called Scared to Death. I think that's pretty funny. Yeah, no, I absolutely love characters I hate. Like, if you can get me to really hate you in a movie, I think you're just such a great actress, and I love that character. I mean, I love to hate certain characters, and sometimes, and I don't always hate the bitches. Sometimes I really love the bitches. I mean, if they're really, really bitchy, it's just like, oh man, she is such a total bitch. I love her. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of funny. I do that. Oh, you met Wes Craven in 2005? Oh. Hey, Brian. I wish I went. I wish I had the chance to meet Wes. That would have been so great. Sadly, I missed that opportunity. All right, so then in 2015, you've got he was the executive producer on the Scream show for season 1. And he was also the executive producer in The Girl in the Photographs. I've not seen The Girl in the Photographs. I may have to check that out. Let's see here. Girl in the Photographs. Is a 2015 American horror thriller film. Yeah, no, I need to see that. You know, I've seen that poster and I really like that poster. So, yeah. I need to see that. Anybody else seen that? I never watched the TV show. Yeah, I never watched the TV show Scream either. It just, I don't, you know, and it's not just that it was on MTV, because I have watched other shows on MTV like Teen Wolf and what was that other show? It was kind of depressing. Finding Carter. I watched Finding Carter. Yeah, so I mean, I've heard mixed reviews on the Scream show. I've heard some people absolutely love it, and then I heard some people were like, it was all right. So it's kind of kind of like everything. You're gonna have people that absolutely love it, and you're gonna have people that are like, it's not that great. So I'll have to watch it to form my own opinion, I guess. It's almost a parody. Like I have heard that too, and you know, I've not seen Scream Queens either, which is that show on, I don't remember which network it's on, but I've heard some people absolutely love that, and then other people are like, it's not that great. So I need to see that one too. And it has Emma Roberts in it too, and Jamie Lee, and a whole bunch of people that I normally really like. So now, Alexandria, is Scream Queens great or no? See, because I've heard some people, you couldn't stand it. Okay. Some people were like, oh, it's so great, it's so cool. And then other people are like, I don't like it at all. Yeah. So, right, because the cast, like what I was talking about earlier, the cast was kind of what made me want to watch it, but it was on during a time when, you know, I wasn't going to be able to get my husband to want to watch that. He is not a huge horror fan, and so, you know, I have to pick my battles sometimes. So Scream Queens was not going to be one of them. That's something I have to watch later. I lied when I said I didn't know the TV show until you said MTV for the Scream TV show. Yeah, no, yeah. Scream was on MTV. So if you try it out, don't expect it to. Anywhere near. Yeah, no, I wouldn't expect. Well, you know, the mask in the TV show falls short for me. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it looks like some crazy weird blow-up doll, kind of weird. Like, why is his mouth like that? Like, it just looks weird. It doesn't look. I mean, just use the regular Scream mask. I mean, what's so wrong with that? Why do you have to change it so much? I mean, you could change it a little, but don't change it that much. But yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? It looks weird. All right, so the Wes Craven filmography ends in 2015, sadly, because he died in 2015. But he did give us many, many, many awesome, wonderful things. And yeah, I love his movies. I wish we had more. I wish we had more. Let's see here. What was I was gonna talk about something else, and now I forget. Oops. See, and anything you guys want to talk about? Thanks, Wes, for Freddy. Yes, thank you, Wes, for Freddy. Thank you, Wes, for Freddy. Thank you, Wes, for The Hills Have Eyes. Oh gosh. Yeah, no, he did so much. He did so much. Yeah, I didn't enjoy it. Yeah, no, the mask was weird. Ghostface, yes. I'm sorry, My head's not with it today. Oh. All right. Thank you everybody for coming here and watching and everything. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? We don't have to go, but my list is done. What's the topic? Well, the topics were 10 things you look for when you want to see a horror movie, what draws you in, and then we finished the Wes Craven list. But I don't know how I came across your live, but this was great. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You know, we try to do it about once a week, and we have different topics. In fact, I was going to ask you guys, yeah, it's nice to meet you. I was going to ask you guys what you guys would like to talk about next week. What's a good main topic? Okay, so Wes Craven was our main topic. We've done John Carpenter, we've done Wes Craven, we've done Romero. We've done, let's see here. We've done monsters, we've done villains. We have done we've done creepy houses. We've done good pets. We've done bad pets. We have done we've done top horror actors. How about 50s and 60s horror? Okay, classics. We can do some classic stuff. I'm not 50s and 60s. I'm not an expert on 50s and 60s movies, actually. I mean, there are a few I know from the 60s. I don't know that many I don't know if I know any from the 50s. You know, offhand title wise, I'm sure I've seen some. You know, I like a whole lot of movies in the 30s. Some in the 40s. Somehow I missed the 50s here and there. Some are in there, but not that many. And then I come back in the 60s. That may have just been some of my mom's taste in movies, because mom had the horror. Let's see here. I'm writing horror stories at the moment, and then going to try to make a movie of my own. Oh, well, good luck with that. That sounds cool. Clive Barker, I feel he's underrated. I do want to do a segment on Clive. And I want to do a segment on Zombie as well. Rob Zombie, not just zombies. Clive Barker. Oops, I keep hiding this on accident. Let's see here. Do you like the movie Nightbreed? Oh. Nightbreed is an awesome movie. YouTube are filled with America. Yeah, you know, I have a really hard time watching anything on my computer because I'm already on Facebook on there. So I need it, like, whatever I'm watching, I need it to be on the screen in front of me and me to still be able to have my computer on. Teenagers Battle the Thing. Now, okay, Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, all of those are 50s, aren't they? I have seen some of those. here. Really wish Anne Rice put out any movies. She's a great writer. In my messed up thinking, never too old. I love Anne Rice's books. And the movies that they have done of hers, I've liked. You know, some people don't like some of them, but I think they were really, I thought they were done really well. Top decapitations in horror films. Oh, that would be a pretty funny top 10. Clive Barker is a boss. Rob Zombie will be a fucking insanely fun one. Yeah, no, I mean, I love both Clive Barker and Rob Zombie. So, I mean, we can just like, we can do Clive next week. And if it doesn't go long, then we can do Rob the next week. That would be good. Attack of the Eye Creatures is another great one from them. That sounds good. That I would watch that. I would totally watch that. So yeah, I have seen some. I just, like I mentioned earlier, my brain's not working that great right now because of the headache I had earlier. I may lay down here in a little bit. Try to rest up. We could do a Roger Corman list. That might take a long time to cover all of us. Well, you know, I mean, here, let me write that down. Roger Corman. All right. Definitely look into that. I know that name. Ouch. Ouch. I just pulled my hair out. Let's see here. Roger Corman. I know that name. Oops. All right. Oh, okay. Okay. Duh. Yeah. Told you I wasn't thinking properly today. Yes. Yeah, we could do one of his too. I used to love Piranha. That was just an awesome one. And Pit and the Pendulum. I love that one. The Wasp Woman. Oh, yes, you and your B movies. There we go. Oh, yeah. No, those look fun. Those look fun. That'd be fun to do. We'll have to do a Roger Corman. Absolutely, Brian. All right. Oh. All right. So we know where we're going with the topics for next time, and he's got a lot of great movies. No, I just looked up Roger Corman movies on Google, and it, you know, then it shows you the little like scroll of all the movie posters. Yeah. Looks good to me. Absolutely. Some of them look really, really funny, and then some of them look really, really good. Some of them look really, really cheesy. So it looks like there's, I mean, he did Sharktopus. And if you haven't seen Sharktopus, you should. That shark actually gets out of the water and walks on the land. Really? Yeah. I remember the first time I watched that, I was laughing my ass off. I was just like, this has to be joking. Because it was way before It was before the Sharknado thing. And I was just like, this is just crazy. Which, when it came out with Sharknado, made me want to watch that. So it's Roger's fault. Darren will be back before we know it. Yeah, no, he basically just said that it was only going to be a week, or just one time. Because I was like, oh, I'm going to do it by myself. And he's like, oh, only once. So Darren will be back next week, I think. If not, you'll have me all to yourself again. Hopefully it wasn't too terribly boring. Me just by myself, because I know with him over here, there's more banter and stuff, but, you know. Oh, trauma movies. Okay, trauma movies. I'm writing them down, Brian. I'm writing them down. Oh, I'm far from perfect, but thank you. Oh, I don't think I'm boring, but I know other people might think I am. Oh, there's probably more dead air on here than probably needed to be today, but that's okay. I think I actually read way more of your guys' comments this time, because a lot of times they're going really fast and I can't read them that fast. But I think I got a lot of them read this time. It doesn't matter, I always go back and read them all through when we're done anyway, but still. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yay. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. All right. All right. So I think we're going to close it out on that. And we're almost. Oh, what I wanted to tell you guys is this weekend, I am going to a Halloween event. Let's see here. I'm pulling it up on my computer right now. Let's see here. It is Midsummer Scream is what I'm going to. Let's see here. No, I don't want the tickets. I want the site. Ugh, I hate it when I do that. Okay, Midsummer, okay, attractions. So basically, Midsummer Scream has all these like haunted attractions, and it's, let's see here. It's got a bunch of exhibitors. It doesn't have a bunch of celebrities. It will have Cassandra Peterson, and it will have, let's see here. Let's see here. It will have one other person. I'm looking it up right now. Kimberly J. Brown is going to be there too. From I don't know what she's from. Oh, from Halloween Town. I did not sign up to get a photo op with Cassandra because it was $60, and I'm sure I'll be able to see her another time without having to make an appointment, because you had to make an appointment. So I'm going to be going to Midsummer Scream on Saturday and Sunday. I will be going live from there to show you guys what's in there. And so I'll be walking around the place and going live, being able to talk to you guys, showing you basically, I think it's just a big, huge Halloween thing. It's got massive dark zone. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's got a bunch of haunted attractions. It's got some experiences. So, I mean, there's a Boogeyman Express bar. There's all kinds of crazy, weird stuff. So I'm going to try to be able to go live and show you guys at least part of it. So look for that Saturday, Sunday. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and see you next time. And definitely watch me go on live on Saturday and Sunday at the event. Thank you so much. Love you guys. No, I'm not drunk, but I am thinking about getting some wine right now. Bye, guys. Thanks.